Katie Fick, your time is up. My time is now. And it's not John Cena, it's Shawn Michaels. He danced over Triple H's coffin tonight. And with that, Katie Fick is just as buried as the game, damn it.
Katie Fick's gone. Triple H is gone. This whole storyline is gone. So interesting to see what happens going forward. Is Katie Fick dead and buried for good now? Will she reappear? And is Kane going to take a back seat to the Heartbreak Kid?
Hopefully. And you know what? We can talk about Katie Fick. I think the biggest problem in this feud has been the Hurricane.
Yeah, he's just out of place here. He doesn't really belong in this feud, and he's involved in the opening. I think the opening segment tonight on Raw was going really well. You've got the casket down there. Triple H comes out. He takes Katie Fick. He opens the casket. Katie Fick's in the casket as a doll. He drags the Katie Fick doll into the ring. He sits down in a chair. He sits Katie on his lap, and he continues to tell a story about Katie Fick and how she wasn't interested in Kane's burnt little wiener. And he says he managed to escape last week because Kane didn't realise there was like a safety latch inside the boot. And to me, this just makes Kane look like a fucking dumbass.
It does.
The fact that Kane's talking about, you're going to die and all this shit. And
do you praise them for acknowledging the botch, or do you think they should have just completely glossed over it? I think gloss over it.
I would have glossed over it. I mean, you could just say, Kane stopped the car and slammed the boot on him or something. You could have done that. I think the fact that Kane had Triple H where he wanted him, and they've came up with a storyline that Triple H found like a secret latch to get out. I don't know, it's just incredibly cheap.
But then, if Triple H just kicks off the show and he was stuck in the boot, it's like, well, how did he escape? What happened? What was the aftermath of Raw last week?
So you think I was the plan all along to have a safety latch?
No, it wasn't, but... Well, no, but I think for them to come up with the safety latch excuse is the only reason Triple H kicks off this show.
Anyway, Triple H says that he doesn't give a shit what people think of Katie Fick because the only person that really matters, the only person's opinion that matters is Katie's, and yeah, that's when he drags her out. So, I mean, Triple H doesn't care about the backlash here, and fair play to Triple H, fair play to WWE. I don't want them to kowtow down to, negative feedback and all this stuff. I mean, if they think the Katie Fick segment and storyline's good, then run with it. Don't just cancel things because you got a portion of fans that are not happy with it. I mean, fuck that. But Hurricane interrupts Triple H, and he said he's got a video of his own, and I thought the Triple H segment was really good up to this point. And then Hurricane shows some video of a guy with a Triple H mask on, and he's lying in a hospital bed, and there's a bunch of surgeons pulling things out his ass, and this literally went on for about 10 minutes too long.
This is like a Grado segment in ICW, with like the fake masks, and they would make it work. WWE has so much better production value than this. I mean, come on. The Triple H Katie Fick thing for me is fine. There's nothing actually wrong with it. This is just... Why is Triple H getting so offended by this, though? Why is he, making it that, oh, you bastard, Hurricane? I mean, really? What's this doing?
It ends with... It ends with a fake Triple H head coming out the ass, and then Triple H, the guy that is lying on the bed with the Triple H mask on, turns around and he says, "You pulled my ass out of my head." So, or is it my head out my ass? But, I mean, whatever. Look, we get the point. It just wasn't good. No one can say that this segment was better than the Katie Fick one. Not a single fucking chance in hell.
No, this was horrendous, man. I mean, last week, it was... I think it was honestly comedy gold. It was, it was dark humour, but this is just shit humour.
Yeah, Kane then comes down, he attacks Triple H. We get a bunch of refs, a bunch of security, some wrestlers as well. We had Johnny the Bull in there, D'Lo Brown, just incredible. Now, Randy Orton has been labelled, but he wasn't. Randy Orton wasn't there.
He's injured, so why would he be there?
Yeah, he definitely wasn't there. Eric Bischoff gets on the microphone and announces a casket match for tonight's main event. Again, I think it was good up until the Hurricane got involved.
Yeah, no, it absolutely was. Hurricane, I mean, talk of a promo of two halves. Triple H gets slated for his... I
tell you what, it's hard to think of a single promo that nosedived as quickly as this one did.
Yeah, off the top of my head, I genuinely can't think
I understand the Ric Flair one where he's with Jay Lethal, it knows that, but I mean, it's still alright. It's just that Desmond Will stops.
Is that not just to be expected, though, when you go for Triple H, the Hurricane? And that's not me saying.
No, I don't think it's a. I don't think the. I'm not saying it's. I don't think the Hurricane can't be part. I mean, the Hurricane and Rock had some quality segments. It was the content.
Yeah.
It was the whole thing with Triple H lying there on the hospital bed, wasting about 10 minutes. I mean, they could have did that in about a minute, but they fucking dragged it out. All this random shite getting pulled out his arse.
I actually think, yeah, you know what, I'll back up Hurricane here.
But hold on, you're on about Hurricane. It could have been Kane doing this. Anyone could have done this. It wouldn't have mattered.
I don't even think The Rock could have pulled this off.
No, it would have.
Look at him pulling out the people's gearbox.
So I don't think it's fair to blame the Hurricane.
No, well, let's distance ourselves with a bit of blame for the Hurricane. But you know what? This wee run he's had recently, I think he's crying out for 2003 in The Rock.
Yeah. Right, up next we get the FU. It's Trish Stratus as a hidden camera. She's talking on the phone to her mum. She begins to undress. She's in her underwear, but I just don't really get this, right? Because you know she's not going to get completely naked. And she's towards the back of the dressing room. So it's like, you don't really get to see much because the camera's pretty distant. How many times have we seen Trish in bra and panty matches and lingerie matches and you literally get close-ups of Trish? But Jerry the King Lawler was marking out as if this is the greatest thing he's seen.
Yeah.
But when you see a Trish match, like how many times does the cameraman get right up there?
Exactly.
So I don't understand how the King thought this FU thing was fantastic.
Maybe he's just trying to put it over.
When it was like the camera was like not even in full display. It was like capturing just like half screen with Trish away. Trish looked like a fucking ant in this. She was that far away, right in the back. I just didn't get it. No, I get the point. Oh, look at that. We've got a hidden camera and Trish Stratus is getting chased. I know, I get that, but I mean, Jesus Christ. We've seen her wear less in the ring and there's fucking mega close-up zoom-ins with the cameras.
Maybe King's just trying to
put over the FU.
The FU. It sounds like something Gordon Ramsay would create.
I know, but I'm just saying from my point of view, it's like when you actually break it down, it's like, is this good content?
Yeah, I think the other FU segment later on was much better with Triple H on the phone to Ric Flair.
No, but you can, well, no shit, man. You can argue that that's capturing fucking dialogue. That's capturing offence. This FU is purely meant to capture Trish Stratus getting changed.
Yeah, but
and I don't think it really captured
it's everything we've seen before.
Aye, from a further distance.
Yeah.
Why don't you understand that?
I do understand that.
That's alright, then let's move on.
No, but I don't think it's not a flaw with the FU. It's more just a flaw with like they think we've got a memory like a sieve. King's trying to fucking let on like, yeah, this is the guy's refereed fucking matches.
King's make it out as if Trish Stratus is dressed in a burqa for her entire WWE career and he's never seen her skin.
He's peeked through the letterbox.
Anyway, I just don't get it, you know, when she comes out and she's having bra and panty matches every second week. Why is King getting so excited about a hidden camera with poor quality that's can barely capture anything?
Yeah, I don't get it, right? But I know I don't get Rob Van Dam and Tommy Dreamer losing to Willie Regal and Lance Storm.
Yep, Tommy Dreamer has been picking up a lot of wins lately. RVD doesn't lose many matches, but they lost this one. And it's more surprising the fact that they lost to William Regal and Lance Storm.
Yeah, I just don't get this. Like, Van Dam needs to be booked strong. Survivor Series come up and Tommy Dreamer beat the number one contender for the WWE Championship on SmackDown, so what's the real excuse here?
God damn it. We didn't beat him, like, we beat him up.
Oh, wait, fuck, I mean, if you lose that way to Tommy Dreamer...
He battered the fuck out of him, like, let's not lie.
Aye. That's a loss in Big Show's book, man.
Yeah, up next we had Eric Bischoff backstage with Rosie, Jamal and Rico. He's complaining about how Big Show is already getting a title shot on SmackDown and that they couldn't beat him up. Then he says Spike told Eric Bischoff to bite me. And
is Big Show getting a title shot not a good thing, considering that could be like, here he was a jobber on Raw, that means SmackDown's giving a jobber a title shot? Can Bischoff not think like that?
Nah, but I think the way he's spinning it is, look at this, I had the Big Show and I didn't utilise him properly, and Stephanie is. But
he's fucking shite, Eric. You made the right choice.
Decision. Eric tells him to go out and make an impact, or their 3 minutes are up. Nice wee pun there.
It was. I tell you what, though, I mean, 3 minute warning. You feel like the 3 minute warning's already, I wouldn't say running stale, but how much longer do they last?
I wouldn't say it's stale, but I'd say like the impact they're making and the dominant force is no longer there, really.
Yeah, and Big Show buried them.
I think as soon as they start having wrestling matches, you could tell they weren't really going to cut it.
No, they weren't going to cut it.
They were good at what they were doing, coming in, hitting big, impactful moves. But the couple of matches that they've had, it's been very unimpressive. Up next, we have the hotel lounge with Test and Stacey. Stacey wants to talk about to Test about one of her ideas. She says that Kane has his Canaanites and Hogan has his Hulkamaniacs. Well, she says that Test should have his testicles, and Stacey says that as his marketing agent, Test's testicles will be huge, and Test is just laughing the entire time. I don't know if this is
this is Vince McMahon. You know what? The opening segment was Vince. This is Vince. Everything has just a touch of Vince on it tonight. He finds this stuff fucking brilliant. See,
I think this is alright. Like,
no, I think it's alright too. But Vince just gets like cheap pops out of shit like this. See, did you keep your balls in your wife's purse? Vince loves that. This is some good shit.
Anyway, speaking of balls, Stacey hits Goldust in the Golden Globes when he takes on Test up next. He's giving it shattered dreams, but tonight his dreams were shattered, and then Test hits Goldust with the big boot and picks up the win. 1, 2, 3. I mean, there was a segment where Goldust had both of them in the shattered dreams position, and he was asking the crowd who should he kick, and the crowd just didn't really seem to care.
Didn't care. I don't. Goldust is just running it on me, man. I think he just needs to fucking go. I'm sorry, Goldie, but
go where? Home.
Aye. Heat. Go on, Heat. Come on, Black Rain. Spike Dudley gets killed by 3-minute warning, and then Bubba's not happy. Oh, you put us out there, man. And you told him to beat us up.
So yeah, Bubba came out first. He's waiting on Spike, but Spike comes out. Spike doesn't really come out.
He's getting hung upside down.
Yeah, I mean, no, that was later on.
Was it?
Yeah.
Well, but you know what, right? Bubba shouldn't complain, because getting Jeff Hardy as a tag team partner for the tag title match is better than Spike. You picked the wrong guy in TLC 4. Eric did you a favour here, big man.
Wait, no, I think we missed the match, didn't we? We fucking skipped over a tag team title match.
There wasn't a match. Nothing happened. It was 3-minute warning battered.
They get beat up or whatever. Spike gets a brutal Samoan drop, blah, blah, blah. Then it was Goldust versus Test. Then Bubba Ray complains about Eric Bischoff, but Eric Bischoff says, just because Spike is out, that doesn't mean that you're not getting your tag team title match. All you need to do is pick a new tag team partner. So Bubba Ray has to go and do that.
I honestly think
he can pick anybody.
I think Bubba Ray should have been pushed as a single star, man. I don't get it. You split up the Dudleys just to have him team up with Spike again. I'm not saying he can't do that, but it's just weird. I think
I can maybe the odd tag team, but not like every week. Shouldn't be a tag team going forward. Like, why would you break up the Dudleys just to put Spike with Bubba? Like, it doesn't make any sense. Doesn't make any sense whatsoever. Then we got some RNN breaking news. Randy Orton breaks in to talk about not being mentioned on last week's Raw. He's not happy. He says that his rehabilitation is going well, and he says you can send emails to GetWellRandy at WWE.com. I wonder how many emails it actually got back in the day, because emails were probably the most fascinating thing you could do on the internet back at this period of time.
Randy probably got a lot of them.
I mean, there wasn't that much more you could do apart from send emails.
No, faxes.
Sending emails was like the best thing, going.
MSN.
Now it's like no one fucking knows what an email is. Anyway, up next we've got an interview with Coach and Kane. Coach tells Kane that their casket match tonight will not be for the world title. Kane says it isn't about the world title. It's about locking Triple H in an airtight casket. Up next we have the Christian and Chris Jericho versus Bubba Ray and his tag team partner. Down. Version 2, Jeff Hardy. Not quite version 1. Not the good Hardy brother at the moment. But Jeff Hardy does replace Spike Dudley. And we got a back and forward match. But unfortunately, before Bubba can do anything, and before he can win the match, we see Rosie and Jamal. They come out on the top of the ramp, and they've got Spike Dudley just hanging upside down. They've got him by like an ankle each. And Spike Dudley's just upside down.
He is just a child, Spike.
Getting fucking like literally the runt. He's getting trailed around here like a runt, like a bag of rubbish.
No, he is. Yeah, it's just Spike Dudley. And
Bubba runs up the ramp to try and help his little brother, but it leaves Jeff Hardy alone. And unfortunately, he gets hit with the title belt. And Christian and Chris Jericho pick up the win. Then we go backstage with Coach and Triple H. Triple H admits that he's scared of Kane tonight. Coach asked Triple H about Shawn Michaels' threats last week. Triple H says there's no way on earth that HBK can convince him that he's 100%. Triple H's cell phone rings and he ends the interview and goes into his locker room. But don't worry, we've got continuation with the FU because the hidden camera is inside Triple H's locker room. He's talking to someone on the phone and it turns out to be the Nature Boy.
I think it was obvious it was Flair. I don't know why we're like having a mystery here. I'm pretty sure he addressed him by his fucking name.
Yeah, Triple H tells Flair to hurry up and get here as fast as he can.
Get here, buddy. Get here, Flair. But you know what? I enjoyed this. I think this is what it should be used for. See this? This makes sense. Not on fucking SmackDown where the Guerreros think they're getting away with attacking people even though the camera's facing them. Triple H is unaware this conversation's being recorded. And this is the way it should be. If you're going to implement stuff like this is it.
Yeah, if you're going to have somebody attack somebody sleekily, have them do it when they think there's no one watching. Yeah. But there's actually a secret hidden camera.
But no, not SmackDown's cringe, man. Not that Raw ain't, but Jesus Christ, see if I need to see Chris Benoit put on a fucking fake laugh again. It's gonna be serious issues. Anyway, serious issues between Kristen Nowinski and Al Snow. This just ain't doing it for me. I like Al Snow. I don't even mind Nowinski, but they need to drop Tough Enough, man. We're on Raw. Fuck Tough Enough.
Yeah, basically.
Are the ratings down? Do we want to just fucking promote Tough Enough?
Al Snow says that, he wants to be loyal to Chris, but basically he's a pompous asshole, and he says that there's a reason why Maven won Tough Enough and not Christopher Nowinski. But Nowinski tells Snow that he would be in WWE right now with or without Tough Enough and with or without Al Snow. And he says that he wants Al Snow to be at ringside tonight, and Al Snow can pick an opponent for Nowinski, because Nowinski says he can beat anybody here on Raw. I mean, that's a bit of a stretch. Yeah. Nowinski's got to be praying here that Al Snow picks a dud, or else he ain't going to win.
He's got no chance, but Eric Bischoff is in the ring next. I'm back.
Alright, I like Eric Bischoff, right? But I've got to be honest, I wasn't a fan of this segment.
Two problems with it for me. I mean, 2 announcements. I can accept the Steiner one to a degree, but I think that should have been a surprise. I don't like when they announce. Steiner, big POPPA pump, WCW guy, like the first guy.
True, but I guess they've also got the element of, first of all, he's coming to WWE, and then the second thing is, what brand is he going to be on?
Yeah, but
back in 2002, that's a big deal. What brand he's going to go on? I mean, in 2023, it doesn't fucking matter.
If he appears at the pay-per-view, though, it's neutral ground. I think you could have. I mean, he appears at Survivor Series
anyway. Still neutral ground anyway, isn't it? So.
Yeah, but if he appears on Raw, it's like, well, he's
not going to appear on Raw, is he?
No, he's not. But you know what? The biggest problem here was the Elimination Chamber. It's got a bit of Royal Rumble, War Games, WrestleMania, And also, I'm going to announce the 6 Raw superstars in it. No qualifier matches. Just here it is. Here's your opponents. Triple H will be defending the title against Jericho, Booker T, Rob Van Dam, Kane, and Shawn Michaels. Any points out about Michaels here? You've got the next week to accept the challenge. Why the fuck wouldn't Michaels accept this? He wants Triple H.
But I just didn't like this. I think I agree with the 6 participants, but I mean, at least have qualifying matches. I just don't understand why Bischoff has named them. And I think naming Shawn Michaels it kind of just tells you that he is coming back. And I think we know he's coming back, but it ruined the surprise for me.
Yeah. It did. I would have liked Shawn Michaels announcing himself in it rather than Bischoff doing it like this. And I don't know. I almost would have preferred like a Jeff Hardy in this match over like a Booker T.
Possibly, yeah. And I just think that he should have had 5 qualifying matches next week.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what I would have done. But they didn't do that for whatever reason. He also put over the FU, said that he's behind that. And then he says that Raw is live and they're flying without a safety net. I think that was a wee dig there. Although, at the taped SmackDown.
Well, the problem is, though, do you put Michaels through a qualifier, or does he just automatically get in? How does that work? Then Michaels has to have a match on free TV before the big return.
Well, he could have said there's going to be 4 qualifying matches next week, and then
I'm waiting on Shawn Michaels. Well, yeah, I think that's the correct way to do it. But Booker T comes in and just cuts. Are you Chucky Ducky? Hippie whippy, booka bishy.
Get to the back, Jack. I think Booker T's promos have been shit lately.
Get to the back, Jack. Hippy dippy. I know.
Booker T's went off Booker T big time.
No puns intended here, but I'm just not digging it.
Can you dig it, sucker? Booker T calls it Christopher Nowinski for their match, and then probably in one of the biggest upsets I think was seen in a very long time on TV. or on pay-per-view, Christopher Nowinski gets a victory over Booker T.
Maybe via DQ, but hey, he still beat him, didn't he?
He beat him all right.
W in the W column there.
Yeah, he gets the win. Al Snow came out and jumped Nowinski, and that caused the DQ. Booker T then kicked Al Snow in the head, and then he beat up Nowinski some more. And Booker T did a spinner Rooney. I mean, really, Booker T's going into Elimination Chamber, and the momentum that the guy's got is losing to Christopher Nowinski. I just don't get it.
Again,
really,
I just think Jeff Hardy would have been better. I mean,
he's not really riding much momentum at the
no,
moment.
he's not. But I just think Jeff Hardy in the first Elimination Chamber, him and Van Damme, that's and Shawn Michaels.
Here's the way I see it. Right, you've got 5 people that are in it, but say Shawn Michaels is a surprise, right? Say Shawn Michaels is going to be the last guy included, and Bischoff's come out and says there's going to be 4 qualifiers and then a special pick or whatever, and you don't know who it is. Maybe you could think it could be Scott Steiner or whatnot, right?
That would have been good. Imagine he just come up through the pod. Anyway. Police sirens is on his pod.
Scott Steiner, I think you would have had a fucking disaster in that match, to be fair. But my point is, I think there is at least 4 competitors that would have been good losers in qualifying matches on Raw that you could believe could have qualified for it.
Yeah.
I mean, think the people not in it, like you said, Jeff Hardy, Bubba Ray, Christian, Tommy Dreamer, maybe throw him in there.
I mean, you're trying to repackage Test.
Maybe don't want Test to lose. Goldust. There's people you could have had. There's just no reason not to do qualifying matches. There's not.
No, there really ain't. Like you said, there's a lot of people on this roster that could have been involved in this tournament, and it just stems back to the title as well. Like, why the fuck did Triple H just get this title gifted to? I just don't get it. It gives you like a few weeks of compelling TV. It writes itself. It's almost like they want the challenge of, everyone's announced, Triple H gets the belt, fuck what you could do for weeks.
Could have done Kane versus Flair.
Yeah, like Flair. I think Flair being in this match could have been interesting.
I wouldn't have put him in it.
No, I wouldn't have put him in it, but he could have been in a qualifier.
You could have done Kane versus Flair in a qualifier to try and prevent Kane from getting in.
Imagine Flair doing the turnbuckle spot and he just smacks off the pod.
Aye.
That would have been a fucking disaster. Anyway, guys, up next, women's triple threat match. Trish, Jackie, Moore, and Molly Holly. We had a double sharpshooter in this match. Probably the only one worse than The Rock. Would you agree with that?
Aye.
And you know what? This match is just... It feels...
That wasn't a double sharpshooter. It was a fucking double Boston leg crab or something like that.
Yeah, well, it's being labelled a sharpshooter, isn't it?
You can't. How can you do a double sharpshooter? It's just impossible for 2 people to do a sharpshooter.
Well, it's impossible for The Rock to do with just him. But I think this match, it was alright, but again...
Trish wins, double fucking the manoeuvre, bulldog, boom, 1, 2, 3.
She wins. Jackie Moore not really doing much. Molly Holly and Trish, just feels like it's the same people clashing here, doesn't it? Well, at least they've brought Victoria in recently. But anyway... Let's talk about our main event, Triple H against Kane, damn it. You know what? This match was not doing it for me. But then Shawn Michaels, he stepped up and he just has that charisma about him, doesn't he? He comes out with the wee dealer visors that you'd see in a casino and he's hopping about.
He does. He comes out, hits the sweet chin music on Triple H, and then Kane sits up and Shawn Michaels like, well, that's my cue to leave. Bounces at the ring. Kane hits a choke slam, puts Triple H in the casket. Kane wins the match. Kane then leaves to the back. Shawn Michaels comes back, gets in the ring, jumps on top of the casket, dances on top of the casket, and that's how Raw goes off the air.
Shawn Michaels dancing on top of Triple H's grave. Pretty much an end to the Kane and Triple H feud. Like, yes, they will be in a title match against each other, but I think this is safe to say that's a wee arc over. And it was alright, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It was alright, guys. But this casket match, once it was announced as non-title, Kane is winning it every day of the week, isn't he? Especially with Shawn Michaels is here. Oh, Triple H bigging it, giving it the whole, I need to see if Shawn Michaels is 100%. That yada, yada, yada. Anyway, guys, this Raw didn't really deliver for me. I think Michaels, I wouldn't say...
Where the fuck was Flair?
Yeah, what was Flair?
I know he didn't make it, but why not?
Yeah, let's not kid ourselves. If Flair was here, would it really drastically have changed anything?
Probably not.
He probably would have had a fucking shite super kick, crack him in his flabby tits.
Yeah, it's good to see Shawn Michaels back, but it doesn't really save this Raw for me. It's going to give a 5 out of 10.
Yeah, I'm going to give a 5 out of 10. 2002 needs to step up. I'm just not feeling it recently, man. SmackDown and Raw is dropping the ball left, right, and centre.
Started really good.
It's just petering off. Survivor Series, I think it's one of the best of all time, but what are the shows going to be either side it?
Well, we'll find out, but yeah, no. I think when Eric Bischoff came in, Raw was really good for a number of weeks, but in general, Raw and SmackDown do seem to be on the decline a little bit. But
I just can't help but feel Triple H is going to be a whiny bitch for 4 weeks up until Armageddon.
we are getting closer, though, to obviously Survivor Series and then Rumble and then Mania, so, I mean, surely the quality is bound to pick up sooner or later. We've got The Rock coming back soon. We'll have the debut of Scott Steiner. I think there's good things ahead.
Austin's
in
coming
WWE.
back too.
Austin coming back. We'll have the beginning of Evolution. So yeah, I think there's lots of good things to look forward to. And Shawn Michaels as a full-time competitor. So yeah, lots of things to look forward to.
Yeah, we kind of on a limbo period here. But anyway, Triple H is navigating through these dark waters, but we're giving it a 5 out of 10. Be back very soon with the top 5 moments and looking forward to SmackDown, damn it. But until then, peace.